Hey Aries, thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well. This is going to be your weekly reading for the first week of Sagittarius season. I'm recording this on November 23rd. If you're in the US, happy Thanksgiving. We're going to start off with an oracle card this week, all right? I also made an Amazon wish list. The link is in my last post on the community section of my page if you want to support my channel by sending me some new tarot or oracle decks or whatever else I put on there. It's all for the channel. Okay, Spirit, what do we have here for Aries? We have the Ancient Ones, number 1. It did come up reverse, so I'm going to read the medicine for it. But as number 1, I am getting the Fool energy. Well, the Fool is 0, the Magician is number 1, but there is no 0 in this deck. So I'm seeing you in the Fool energy, which is an Aries card. So a lightness. There's like a light-footed, stepping with a light heart, having trust, having faith. But reversed, let's see, usually they give a little bit of advice with that, okay? The Ancient Ones are the shamans of old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The Ancient Ones once walked the earth like us, in flesh and bone. Now they reside in infinity and can help counsel us after we say yes to our calling. They are available to help us attain our full realization. The medicine. The Ancient Ones beseech you to examine your attitudes and actions and be sure that they are of the highest integrity. Not forgiving an ancestor or yourself is keeping you from the freedom you seek. Remember, this is no longer your karma. You can break the chains that once bound you to the family drama and be free of your generational curses. Forgive the ones you need to release. Honor your biological ancestors by lighting a candle to them tonight. All right. My favorite line in that is, this is no longer your karma. And again, I felt something very light. So I feel like karmic debts are paid. There's a clean slate. Don't hold resentment, letting go of resentment. Okay? Spirit, what do we have for Aries this week? What do we have for Aries? Okay, we have a challenge here of the Knave of Swords, the Page of Swords. You might have a communication issue. It could be as simple as like the phone dropping calls, or it could be like what is being discussed in the communication with another person. There could be someone here who they see something in a different way than you. We have the 10 of Coins. This could involve a family member. Okay. This could involve a Virgo, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini as well. We have the 9 of Coins. Very strong Virgo energy here. And the Lovers. So there's a discrepancy in communication here, and it has to do with one person who is more independent than the other. One person's independent, the other person is always wants to be with the other person, always wants to talk to the other person. They always there's just a difference in like physical needs, or like the need to communicate between two people. There could also be a difference in the ideology with a love connection. Maybe someone is a little bit more independent, maybe a little more modern with their idea on love. And there's a disagreement with someone in the family, possibly, about that situation. You have the Sun, so the communication does shed light on the issue. There is something about noticing an issue ahead of time, because with this card, it's weird. I noticed the little like bend in the card here. You probably can't even see it. It's very slight, but I noticed it earlier and it came out now, and I was like, I didn't even look at what card that was, but I had a feeling it was going to come out. So I think that this communication, like you saw it coming, or you knew that there was like a bump that needed to be addressed or something. You have the Emperor. This could have to do with a husband, a father, Aries, it's you. But if you're in this Emperor energy, you're starting off with this Fool, and then you're getting into this Emperor energy. So you're making steps in order to feel more in control of everything, right? You want to bring something to light on purpose because you want to handle it in a mature fashion. You have the Devil. Could involve a Capricorn. You have Leo and Capricorn here too. The Fool. Again, there's someone here, and the Fool, I kept seeing the Fool, right? There is someone here who has like attachment issues. I do sense that. There's a discrepancy between like an independent energy and a dependent energy. So this could be a topic about codependence. This could also be that you're explaining to someone, like with the Fool, ways, like steps that you're taking in order to feel lighter, because with the Devil, like you don't want to feel fear, you don't want to feel restraint, you don't want to feel controlled. You want to, there's a free-spirited energy here, and that's the focus. There's a difference between a very free-spirited energy and independent energy, and someone who thrives like in codependent, like I hate to say thrives in codependency, but thrives with like relying on another person, okay? What else do we have here, Spirit? For Aries, we have the Page of Wands. So the communication, it's like everyone takes to the topic all right, because everyone does seem to have an interest in discussing this, right? The Ten of Wands, it's like the conversation goes on for a long time. It starts as Page and goes to the Ten. It's a very long conversation. The World, and then Temperance. And it's better because when it's over, things are more in balance and people are able to see different viewpoints. There's moderation. And Six of Cups. It's like people will remember this as a good memory. This is a productive conversation. There was a long journey too here to get to this point. There's a feeling of being around people and seeing how much they've grown, how much they've changed, influencing people who are familiars, like siblings, family members, positive influences on one another in order to strive for moderation here. Let's see. How does this conversation get started? The Three of Wands. Someone's been planning it. Someone's been planning this before there's an arrival, or before this happens, there's been a planning phase. Maybe someone has like a perfect little like catalyst to get into this conversation here. Ten of Wands. It needs to happen. It's like a breaking point, but someone plans something before it becomes too much. Someone knows it's inevitable, so they kind of set the stage for this. And it has to do with different viewpoints, I do believe, especially when it comes to freedom and like independence, and the opposite of that, like depending on other people. So Emperor for Aries here. We have the Two of Pentacles. You're trying to get in the middle of this and see both sides of a story. You're challenging. I feel like you might be playing devil's advocate with the Devil next to you. Ends with the Fool. What's the Sun and the Fool here? Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords. There is like a word of caution for someone who seems a little too carefree. It's like, well, if you're too carefree or if you're too trusting, then someone might take advantage of that. You know, it might be like a hit and run. It might be like someone gets away with something that's not fit, not right. Eight of Wands. The messages are going back and forth, you know? So it's like there's an element of like too much trust isn't really a good thing either. You can't see everything with like rose-colored glasses on. You can't be distracted by this like super extreme trusting energy either, because there are people out there that aren't trustworthy in the world. It's sad to say, but that's a reality. So that's involved here too, where it's like a difference between like control over no control and how it factors into that. So tell me about the ending here in this balance that comes in. Page of Pentacles. Six of Swords. It does get much easier. This is a very productive conversation. It's very good. There's a positive outcome. There's something in this that's really gonna like stick with people. This leaves a good impression on people, this situation. Okay, what else for Aries from my homemade deck? What do we have here? We do have water. Stay hydrated. You might be going by a body of water. Or you could be talking to a water sign mostly. You have change of plans. There might have to be a balancing of here with the Two of Pentacles. That's factoring with that change of plans. You have financial blessing, which I love to see. And you do have that Page of Pentacles. There could also be good news happening for you this week that brings in some money for you. You have looking fine. You might decide to spend the money on something to enhance your appearance. And you have artwork. So artwork could be a factor here. And you have that with the World. So there could be someone here who's like finished something that they view as like a masterpiece or something they want to share. And there's creativity involved with it. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week, Aries. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.